Well guys, it has been far too long since we did a build here on the channel. In fact, it has been like 2 days. And that's too much time. So we're doing it again, but this time we are featuring this bad boy right here. This is AMD's brand new 7900 XTX, and I am finally allowed to talk to you about it in this video. Looking to grab Windows at a crazy discount? Head over to scdkey.com at the links below and use promo code BPS25 at checkout to score a sweet deal on Windows 10, Windows 11, and Microsoft Office. Once you've completed your purchase, just click over to your user center, hit the green button to view your code, copy and paste it into your Windows activation settings, and away you go. Check out SCDKey at the links in the video description for Windows, Office, games, and more. So about a month ago now, AMD invited me and a bunch of other tech media out to Las Vegas to unveil their new flagship graphics card, the 7900 XTX. Now, along with the XTX version, there is also an XT version, which I also have in studio and we will be doing a full review on very soon. But the XTX is the flagship, and it is being released on December 13th. But today, I am finally able to actually talk to you about this card in a little more detail, so here it is. So the 7900 XTX is based on AMD's RDNA 3 architecture. It features 96 compute units, 6,144 stream processors, and runs at a boost frequency rated anyway, up to 2500 megahertz. Now AMD has done something a little bit different here where they're decoupling their clocks. You're gonna see some parts of the GPU run at higher frequencies than others based on power need and specific use case. This is done with an eye more on power savings and performance per watt, which AMD did talk a lot about in their Las Vegas event. One of the ways AMD has a leg up on NVIDIA this generation is with memory, both capacity and total bandwidth. This card features 24 gigs of GDDR6 memory running at up to 960 gigabytes per second of bandwidth. That is a huge selling point for people looking to utilize these cards for more professional applications. It also will certainly help as games get more texture rich and you need that bigger frame buffer in order to play games at higher resolutions. AMD has updated the power requirements for this card versus what they told us originally at the press event in Las Vegas. Now it's listed at 355 watts TDP, which puts it much closer to the NVIDIA 4000 series of cards. However, it is still underneath what the RTX 4080 is expected to draw, and it still has yet to be seen exactly what kind of performance per watt we're gonna get from this guy. So today we are building the most powerful all-AMD gaming system that you could put together right now, and I'm very excited about it. Let's talk about the parts. All right, let's talk about what we are building with here today. We've got everything laid out here on the table. It should be a really slick looking black build. We're gonna go from left to right. Let me move this SSD out of the way. So this right here is from FSP. This is their Hydro PTM X Pro series. It's a 1000 watt, fully modular, 80 plus platinum rated power supply. I actually used that in one of my extreme overclocking live streams and it held up great. We've got our storage right here. This is a Samsung 980 Pro 2 terabyte version. This is a Gen 4 NVMe SSD. It is ridiculously fast, and that's all you need to know. This is from Gigabyte. This is their X670 Aorus Master. I haven't used this board. It actually just arrived today. It looks pretty slick, and it seems to have a ton of features. Let's take a look at this I/O. That is a ton of USB ports. That's awesome. And we are going to pair that with this processor, which we'll talk about in a second. But behind here, we've got the Fractal Lumen S36 RGB. This is the second gen Lumen, or the Lumen that they've resolved their recall issues. I just actually got this from Fractal. They sent this out to me as a replacement for the original Lumen that had some issues. But this one, completely fixed. If you have a first gen Lumen, make sure you contact them. I think that they are either replacing them or repairing them or something. They'll take care of you. We've got our memory here. This is from G.Skill. This is Trident Z5 Neo. This is DDR5 6000 with AMD Expo. And we've got 4 16 gigabyte sticks for a total of 64 gigs. Of course, we've got this guy. This is the reason we are doing all this. This is the new 7900 XTX from AMD. It's a really slick looking card. Same size as the 6800 XT basically, and it's very dense. It's actually pretty heavy, but it feels very well built, and I am excited to see how it performs. Next, we are not skimping on CPU power. This is the 7950X, the 16-core, 32-thread Zen 4 chip. This thing is awesome. Did some testing with it, and it is a beast. And we're putting it all in this case. This is new from Fantex. It's their Eclipse G500A. I have some things in the way here, so I can't really demo this door for you. But this door, come on, door, it just swings out. It's magnetically attached. This front, it comes with some RGB fans here, and it is fully ventilated. And the top is going to be perfect for a 360 millimeter radiator. So those are the parts, and this is the build. So I wore my red hoodie and my red hat, and we built a red system today for a reason. AMD is back and competitive in basically every aspect of PC building, and that is an awesome thing. Having competition in this space for both graphics cards and CPUs really helps drive progress forward for everybody in the industry, and it gives us something very interesting to talk about and some good comparisons to run. You guys have plenty of choices out there when it comes to hardware, and you could build a system basically on any budget and get good results for your money. We also have this guy in the house to talk about, and that is the 7900 XT. Now, while we built with the XTX, the reason for that was that I wanted to put together the most powerful All-AMD system that you can, and this thing is basically guaranteed to be a banger. I am really anxious to get this thing in for testing, and we're gonna do that in the next video. Right now, AMD isn't allowing us, unfortunately, to show you guys any performance numbers, but we will be doing a full testing suite and letting you guys know how both of these cards perform versus the prior generation and also versus other competitors that may be of a green tinge. I wanted to do something a little bit different than your standard unboxing video. I do them on occasion, but to be honest, I find them pretty boring. This was much cooler, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back soon with more content on the RDNA 3 graphics cards from AMD. Stay tuned, get subscribed if you're not already, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.